A new campaign to yank Prince Harry's upcoming award, plus Prince William's growing influence within the royal fold, and a potential Princess of Wales sighting.
Prince Harry is racking up awards left and right, but is he truly deserving, or just a professional awards collector? Meanwhile, Meghan Markle is reportedly making bold demands from her old Suits castmates. What's really going on? Let's break it all down. Subscribe for more royal drama updates.
And over here in the UK, in southwest London, because I'm at Wimbledon, but I will be bringing news of what's going on in the Prince and Princess of Wales's life.
Oh my goodness, I'm so jealous. You're right now you're at Wimbledon, but can we talk about Ask It? I mean, I felt like I was watching a celebrity every time I'd see you on the screen. You were with the Fawns. Was this the greatest Ask It ever? I mean, that would look like a blast.
Well, I mean, I've been doing it for 4 years, and you've probably been alive, Kinsey. It would be inappropriate to be asked how old you are, but I have been working at Ask It from the mid-90s. So I do know it well, and I have, over the years, met some interesting people. But I have to say, meeting Hollywood royalty in the Fonz, and he was being feted extraordinary. He was presented a prize, and the Queen, that's Queen Camilla, insisted on meeting him. So he was brought down. He was presenting a prize, and I was hanging around, but it was made quite clear that the Queen, after she presented the trophy on the final day, that she wanted to go and talk to the Fonz, because I believe the Fonz writes children's book. And one of the things the Queen does, and I know we're going slightly off topic with regard to the Prince and Princess of Wales, is she's very keen on promoting reading for children and adults. So it is something dear to her heart. So I have to say, it was a pleasure. And you could see how much, I think the Queen and the Fonz had met, but it was extraordinary seeing him sort of talking to the crowd, and it was sort of basking in his glow and brilliance, you know. But what I did realize is how small he was. I haven't out what the rest of the size of Happy Days cast were, because he looked like the biggest. So, but anyway, he's 78 or 9 now, and he was it was as joyous as ever to meet him at Royal Ascot, and all the other things that went on during the week, and meeting interesting people, doing interesting things. But obviously, from a sports journalist point of view, which is my other hat, loved the racing, and with my royal hat on, also loved what was going on through that week in terms of the royal family, because what was interesting, you could genuinely see
Prince Harry, an advocate, a royal, a professional awards collector? That's what some critics are saying after yet another trophy landed in his hands. And Meghan Markle? Rumors are swirling that she's making big demands from her former Suits castmates. Are these two stepping out of line or just playing the Hollywood game? Let's get into it. But first, if you love royalty, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss our next update.
That the King and Queen enjoyed being there, and Prince of Wales was there on one day. On the Wednesday, he presented the prize. He too enjoyed being there, but obviously it was sad that he was unaccompanied, but you could see, what it meant to him to be there. He looked like he enjoyed himself.
You're absolutely right. And you are my sports guru. So I did think you would probably be the best person to talk to about this story. Sussex.com has announced that Prince Harry is to receive a new award, adding to that large trophy mantle that Harry and Meghan Markle have in their Montecito house. The website says among the esteemed recipients is Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, who will be honored with the Pat Tillman Award for service. This accolade celebrates individuals in the sports world who have made significant contributions to others, echoing the legacy of former NFL player and U.S. Army Ranger Pat Tillman. And now I'm sure you are a little bit familiar with his story. Pat Tillman was an NFL player who played for the Arizona Cardinals. He really shocked the sports world when he gave up millions. It was over $3 million, that contract, as a football player to enlist in the Army after 9/11, then was killed in Afghanistan. It was by friendly fire, but for years his mother searched for the truth because that was not the initial story. And so he truly is an American hero. This is a very compelling story. A man that lived the life of service that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle said they were going to live when they left the royal family. You know that there have been petitions. You know that other people from ESPN have spoken out, and now Pat Tillman's mother. Can you tell me your first reaction when you heard about Prince Harry receiving this award?
He does seem to be getting more awards than anybody else seems to be getting. And you go, how? Because we're lucky sometimes if, people go through in your tinsel tart desperate for that one coveted Oscar. But he does seem to be getting more than his fair share. Now, it might be done with all the best intentions, but it does seem, okay, he served in the army. He also served in Afghanistan. And bearing in mind that Pat Tillman served in Afghanistan as well, so there is a link there. And the one thing Harry did do, and okay, we got some of the gory details of what he did, which upset service personnel in the book Spare. So I can see, yes, why, and the Invictus Games is a very significant development and has been well received within the service personnel around the world. So that is important, but it just unfortunately feels, I can see where Pat Tillman's mother is coming from.
Okay, let's talk about Prince Harry's growing collection of awards. In just the past few years, he's been handed honors for everything from humanitarian work to podcasting. But is he truly earning these accolades, or just getting them because of his name? Many argue that while he has done important work, the sheer volume of awards feels, well, excessive.
Because there would be other people as well. But it is interesting, I believe Serena Williams, obviously my tennis connection here, is going to be presenting the award. And obviously she is a friend of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So I hope it's been done for the right reasons. But it just, if you've got the mother of the person who's award complaining, let's be honest, that's not a good look.
That's right. And she insists that ESPN did not consult her. When it came to Prince Harry's nomination, she said to the Daily Mail, "I'm shocked as to why they would select such a controversial and divisive individual to receive the award." Because again, to remind you, Pat Tillman has a beautiful, huge, over-the-top, life-size statue outside of the Cardinals Stadium in Arizona. This man is considered an American hero. And she added that she thinks there are more deserving individuals who could have received the award. Unsung heroes who don't have Prince Harry's massive platform or privilege. And then, I just think a lot of people are looking at Pat Tillman, who sacrificed his life, left the comforts of the glitz and glamour and the bank account to serve his country. They look at Prince Harry, and Prince Harry left that life of service. Invictus is great, like you said, but he left that 24/7, 365 days a year job as a person that lived this life of service under the royal family umbrella to chase the red carpet, to chase the Hollywood glitz and glamour next to his actress wife.
Well, I wonder whether if he was still working in the royal family, would they still give him the award? That's the question you have to ask. Would they, if they, because he would.
Prince Harry show up, or how often does Prince William show up to accept awards all over the place?
Well, he runs the Earthshot Award, but I haven't seen him accept awards. So that would be the question I'd be asking the ESPN people. Yes, they can say the Invictus Game, but if he was still living with his wife, working on behalf of the royal family, would he have got the award? If they say yes, then that's fine, but it'd be an easy thing to say. But if it's because he's in America and he brings cachet to the ESPN brand, they think, then that is wholly wrong, because an award like that on behalf of a man who sacrificed a glittering sporting career on behalf of his country, as you quite rightly say, then you have to look at, not necessarily Harry, because he might be.
Is it deserved recognition or a PR move? Let me know in the comments. Now, on to Meghan Markle. Reports claim she's been reaching out to her old Suits co-stars asking for favors, but what kind? With Suits enjoying a major comeback on streaming, sources say Meghan wants in on the action. Could she be angling for a cameo, or is she just rekindling old friendships?
Finding Sonny in the middle of something that he didn't necessarily want. ESPN need to be the ones who look at themselves, because if they didn't consult with Pat Tillman's mother, according to what she said in the Mail, they didn't, then they need to take a look at, because if anyone runs an award, you probably want to say to the person whose name it's in honor, you want to be talking to the family, are you happy?
Mm.
And that would be my take on it. So from a perspective, Harry may be the innocent in this, however, but he hasn't turned it down.
Right, that's so
obviously.
I was saying that because that was my point. I've been making around all day around my house, and my significant other is like, "There's no way." My point is, if I heard that the mother of the person that I was receiving an award in honor of was unhappy about it, as a decent human being, I would say I'm going to politely decline, because I respect her wishes, and I feel like I do live a life of privilege. And my significant other's like, no, why would he do that?
Yeah. Well, you can see this is, this is the problem for Harry. I mean, he's damned if he does, and he's damned if he doesn't. So that tends to be the problem at the moment with it. But he has created this problem for himself, and that is part of the problem. But it does seem to me that now all he seems to do is be a professional award gatherer in America, which is a bit harsh, because look, he did some good work. We saw a nice video of him talking to service parents the other day for his charity, where for people who've lost for children who've lost their fathers or service personnel in conflict. A very good charity, and he's involved in that. So this is the dichotomy with Harry. He is very good at these things, but sadly his life has changed irreversibly now. Gone to America, and it's a different ballgame. And right now, I think he shouldn't necessarily think that receiving awards, when he's trying to reestablish himself in the eyes of not only the British public, but also trying to cement his place within American society. And that's not easy when you're going around still calling yourself the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and also your children are prince and princesses.
All right, I'm going to kind of breeze through this story because it's a bit of a nothing burger, but the Express and New York Post reporting that Meghan Markle may call on some of her Suits co-stars to help in her new Lemonada podcast. This is coming from Kaylee Cornelius, and she said initially we might expect Meghan to call in favors from her remaining friends and work through her network. She specifically mentions Priyanka Chopra, who I don't believe Meghan associates with anymore, who did not appear on Meghan's Archetypes podcast.
Let's discuss. As always, the internet is divided. Some believe Harry and Meghan deserve every opportunity they get, while others think they're just exploiting connections. What do you think? Drop a comment below. Are they playing the game right, or is this just another PR stunt? At the end of the day, the debate rages on. But one thing's for sure, Harry and Meghan are always making headlines. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more royal news and Hollywood drama. I'll see you in the next one.